Hello and welcome to the Heresy Lodge. I'm your host, Dylan Cooper, the constant host over here.
Gavin Franklin.
And guys, we're here this week to preview Titandeath by Guy Haley. Gavin, what are your first impressions?
The prologue was really good.
I agree. The prologue was cool.
And then the rest of it, not so much. I just feel like it's really long so far, drawn out. A lot of
The
description.
long book.
Yeah. We were talking before this. I really feel like this book feels more like an instruction manual on how like Titans operated.
Yeah.
So it goes into a lot of detail on stuff that I don't care about too much, honestly.
I feel that. Before we get too far into this, though, as always, check us out on our Discord. You can find that pinned to our Twitter at Heresy Lodge. Email us at theheresylodge@gmail.com. Go to our YouTube, also be Heresy Lodge. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you're feeling generous, we have tips enabled on Twitter. We also do have merch. Gavin is currently wearing a hoodie. Check it out. We all have all kinds of stuff over there. If you play Tacticus, check out the Pants of Horse Discord, discord.gg/Pants of Horse. Gavin, drinks. What do you got?
I'm drinking, so I don't know if I've had this on the podcast yet or not, but it's honestly one of my favorite craft beers. I'd say top 5 favorite craft beers of all time.
Give me your top 5 right now. Go.
Number 1, I think,
Wrong.
is it's from Dead Hippie Brewing in Colorado, and I haven't been able to get it, and I always mix up the name of it. It's like Golden Bullet. Yeah, Golden
I remember you
Bullet.
talking about that one.
Yeah.
You like praised it for like 45 minutes on an episode.
It's amazing. Oh, what's this start now? So first off, the froth. No. So I think it's really, really hard to displace Three Floyds and Gumball Head. I love Gumball Head. This might be my third favorite.
I've had Mango Cart on the podcast, but I don't think you have.
Love Mango Cart. It's delicious. And then I think Sam 76 is a phenomenal craft beer. And then number 5 is a hard one. Could be a lot. That was 4.
Mango Cart was 3.
Mm-hmm. That's a number 5's a rough one because like there's so many different types. Is there one I haven't named yet? You're like, I can't believe you haven't named this one.
Ooh. Actually, yes. Alabaster. Or Indiana Red.
Alabaster is very good. I don't know if it would be on my top 5.
Or not Red, Amber. Indiana Amber was the other one that we had a lot.
Yeah. There's not a lot of Indiana beers that I've had that I'm like, this is just far and beyond better. I'm thinking like off on brewing, nothing huge there, in my opinion, as far as beer goes.
Yeah, I mean, I like the peanut butter busted knuckle from them, and I really like the strawberry blonde.
Mm-hmm. And nothing in Lexington, like at all. So, yeah, as far as number 5, it's a big toss-up.
Three Floyds is Indiana.
Three Floyds, you're right. Three Floyds is in my opinion, the best brewery in Indiana by a lot. I don't know. That's where I'm at. Those are my top 4. I can give you my 4. I don't know if I can give you 5.
That's fair. So I'm finishing up my variety pack from Sun King. This time I am drinking the Mr. Mudslide is ale with coffee, vanilla, and chocolate. It's actually pretty good. It's not very stouty, which is something I enjoy because I fucking hate stouts. I mean, I guess it's an ale, so that makes sense. But it's dark.
Whatever that means.
I'm sure there's a difference.
Yours is from Indiana, right? What are you drinking?
Yep, Sun King is from Indianapolis. Yeah. Yep. Also, my other one is called Comet Cosmo. It's ale with cranberry and lemon.
Golden Road is from LA. It says LA and St. Louis, I don't like that. What do you mean?
Maybe
Where
it's
are you?
brewed in LA, but like canned in St. Louis.
Where are you from? That would be hard to do logistically.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be stupid to do. I mean, maybe they
You're
just have a brewery in
driving.
both of those areas.
I'd like to know where your original brewery was, though. I'm assuming I would want to say LA, but if you're a brewery and you're in LA, the next logistical move isn't St. Louis, but maybe I'm wrong. I could see like you making a brewery in St. Louis and be like, next spot, we're gonna get tons of people, LA. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you really want to like a brewery, I'm pretty sure like the places that like thrive is the fucking Midwest. And you know why? So we have nothing else to fucking do.
Wisconsin's got a lot of breweries.
We
That's
have a
true.
fuck ton.
Spotted cow. That might
Spotted
be
Cow
number
is pretty
five.
good.
Yeah, might be number
Although I
five.
think oh shit, what is that other brewery that's up there that's really good? God damn, it's gonna drive me nuts. Lakefront. Lakefront Brewery. That's really good. They have some really
Don't
good
know if
stuff
I've
there.
had that one. Yeah. Colorado also has, I think Colorado has the most breweries out of any state,
I don't
surprisingly.
know. It might be Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's probably up there. I don't know.
I will
I don't know.
say, if you're ever in Wisconsin and doing brewery tours, definitely check out the Miller Lite Brewery. It was fucking crazy. It's
Mhm.
literally an entire street that's dedicated to the brewery. Like they have like their own hotel. They have all kinds of shit. It's really cool.
So by state, if you didn't go like, it's
Per
kind of hard to
capita,
do.
because per capita is bullshit.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do per capita. So like by state, obviously number one's California because it's got so much land. There's a lot of people living there. 931 breweries in California. 931.
Yeah, I find that kind of crazy because I feel like there's not a. I don't drink a lot of like West Coast beer.
I feel like when you think of craft beers in Indiana, there's really not a lot that you can get outside of the surrounding states,
I
other
guess
than
that's true.
Sun King. And even Sun King, like you, if you found Sun King in California, that'd be impressive.
Yeah, you might be able to find Quaff. I think you can find Quaff on in like Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
Ohio, maybe.
So 931 there. Pennsylvania is number two with 486. What a drop.
Yeah,
That's insane. Like California, you guys. And then it's pretty much you got Pennsylvania, New York, Washington, and then Colorado.
hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't even see Wisconsin on here. All the way 230 in Wisconsin, about the same amount in Indiana.
That honestly surprises me a lot.
DC has 15. Mississippi, Mississippi has 18 breweries. That's so
That fucking
sad.
sucks. What's
That's
New Jersey? Because when I went to Jersey, like it was like they had like super weird rules about breweries.
141.
Really.
Yeah, I'm looking here. We
So when I went,
can't stop till we drink them all, right? Trying to look
goddamn
for
right.
Kentucky because I
All
feel
right,
like I'm
guys, need
living
you
in a
to fund
tri-state
the Heresy Lodge World Tour of breweries.
brewery world tour. Kentucky is 82 breweries. That's
Oh,
so sad.
I didn't tell you yet. One of our listeners is sending us a mead pack from a meadery in Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yep. So
Get
you
the fuck out of
better
here.
come up here soon. I'm just
I've
gonna drink
heard
all the
about
mead.
this. I've heard about this meadery. It's like badass.
Maybe I don't know, but
It's I thought it
you
was
have a
like
trip
very
to make, or
Viking.
I'm drinking it.
I'll be up there. I'll be up there for sure. Yeah, so Indiana, 203 breweries, about the same amount of people as Kentucky and about the same size. Kentucky has 82. So sad. This is the state I'm living in.
That's terrible. All right, I guess we've stalled long enough. Titandeath, Guy Haley.
If you can't tell, we've got so much to talk about with this book.
Yeah, so immediately, if you've listened to us for this long, you know we fucking hate Titan battles.
It's not that we hate them. It's just really hard to make them interesting. It's like
Oh,
when
I
you
hate them.
watch It's like when you watch the newest Star Wars movies, and I don't want to shit on the newest Star Wars movies, but like every time they bring in like a new fleet, it's like a million ships. And you're like, okay, well, like a million is just as scary to me as like 1,000. Because like I can't really comprehend like how much scarier a million is. You know what I mean? Like a certain fear level is reached.
Yeah.
And Titan battles are the same way. Like, oh, they're the biggest. They got the bigger guns, but they're bigger and it's huger. I just feel like it's a Michael Bay direction kind of thing. And you have the person this summer, Titans are coming to your area. And how big are they? Huge. How big are their guns? Really big.
Yeah. What like is even like worse for me is like you'll like read stories where like the Titans walking, the earth is shaking and shit like that. Like so like if they go into a city, like every fucking building should just like instantly explode, like all the windows out.
Yeah, but
And
you
then you
look and
see
it's
you see the cover image and there's a city on the fucking back of the Titan. So I was like, so it was like every time I'm like, are all their windows just plastic? Because if it moves, they're all fucking shattered. Like,
and
could
then
you
you
imagine
actually
your city is on the back of a Titan? Like, oh shit, oh shit, they turned it on. We're fucked.
and then you look into like the actual size. They're only like
5 inches tall. And you're just like,
50,
oh okay.
50 to 150 feet.
Doesn't make
150
sense.
is the biggest Titan. And like that's tall,
Just
but it's
tall.
not like earth
City
shattering,
carrying.
city carrying size. I don't know. We just have so many issues with Titans. And I went into this very optimistically. But we did have a viewer talk to us about the fact that they believe, because there's multiple issues with this book, even before we open it, but they believe that this book was written and released at the time that they released Titanicus.
Yeah, which is just fucking dumb. Like, why did we get this instead of Slaves to Darkness? Like, could
Yeah, if
you
you
like getting like Slaves to Darkness next would have been way better here.
yeah, and this book just doesn't fit where it's at. So when we talked to Graham on the podcast, we were asking like, do you feel like writing books for a company like Games Workshop who sells models influenced your writing a lot? Like you had to write about this specific thing or this specific way. You couldn't kill certain characters. He said, no, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, or
You
would it
know?
keep getting like new characters introduced?
Yeah. And like in the grim dark future of 40K, like no one's dying. And you get something like this where you get nothing but Titan battles on a planet. It's like,
Yeah, I
oh,
mean, I think, but like
why?
the Lion just returned. Gilman's been back for a while.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
if
I'm
is
excited
Forrest
for
gonna come
40K.
back?
Like, I'm excited. I'm fine with them doing whatever they want to do. It just makes this is the problem. It makes the books feel less important. Really, it does.
Yeah.
So okay, problem number one was the where it's at in the timeline, or at least in the release structure of books. Problem number two, you open this book to so you read the digital version. Do you have the persona,
I can open it. Yeah.
the characters?
Long as
Yeah.
shit
Did
with a
you?
bunch of names that I'm like, okay. Oh my! So I'm
No idea.
listening to the audiobook also.
Mhm.
And there's a scene where like they're like naming off like people walking into a fucking Titan, and it was fucking hilarious. It was like Jahan, Jahani, Joshua. It was like 5 like other names that was like slightly different. I was like, oh my god, are they just trying to rhyme shit right now? What is
It was
happening?
so rough. Yeah. So there are. This kills me. We've been introduced to Titan Legios before. Not any of these people.
Yeah, which is again, why?
Whatever happened? You know what really frustrates me? What I was expecting out of this novel. Maybe we'll get it later in the siege, which is like whatever, save everything for the siege, I guess. Remember the guy from the first like 3 novels who like betrayed the Lecto Divinicus guy in
Yeah.
order to like that was a really interesting character who was like on the verge of becoming like religious but didn't for power.
Yep.
Never mention again. And here we have an entire novel about Titans.
I mean, doesn't maybe we get that in Mortis? Isn't
Maybe
he's in that
this
Titan, right?
I don't think so.
I thought he was in like the big ass one that is like heralded by the Sons of Horus.
Well, Mortis is like I thought the Mortis engines were on Mars.
I don't know. I just know he's part of the Sons of Horus Titan fleet.
Yeah, they have like a Titan fleet with them. And who's here at Beta Gammon? Sons of Horus. And this book is about Titans. And that was a character we knew. Like we could relate to. Like we know his like background, we know his feelings, we
Yeah,
know
have
his
him as like a
motivations.
captain of a Titan or something. But we haven't seen that. Instead, we have some random like bad blood between two random houses that we've never heard of.
Yeah. And the main house that they introduce is the Imperial Hunters, Legio Titanicus Solaria, which is all females, which I think is kind of cool because you don't see a lot of females in the 40K writing. So I'm like, okay, like this is a good
That really
spot.
surprises me because I feel like in the Horus Heresy, there's been a lot of very good female characters. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have Keeler, Alton, you have the fucking captain of the
World
Conqueror, who's
Leaders.
yeah, she's fucking badass.
He is really fucking cool.
You have this house. We've had assassins,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
kinds of shit.
when you think about the appeal to like the female audience, obviously Warhammer in general does not go well with the female audience. The percentage of sales to females that Games Workshop is making is incredibly small. So anytime they can like fit female presence in their novels, I think they kind of go for it. And you see them in roles like Titan Legios and ship captains because there has historically been no female Astartes, there's no female Primarchs, which I think was kind of
We've had
interesting.
navigators and stuff too.
Yeah. I do think it's kind of interesting that they didn't have any female Primarchs because, like, Primarchs could have been anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're supposed to be in the
Yeah.
image of the emperor or whatever.
Yeah, like his sons conceptually. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
mean it'd be too inconvenient for him to have a son and a daughters. He'd be like son, daughter.
this is
Too many
my
letters.
children. So going through the list here, the first person on the list, which I think it's kind of interesting that they're the first person, is Baravi Anto.
That's a name, yeah.
So this guy is like in charge of a night house. So not only I didn't know this was a thing, but like not only do you have the Titans, but there are night houses that are like in Legios.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, so like the knights aren't their own separate thing. Like they're in Legios, but we obviously know from historical readings like Vengeful Spirit, like there are night houses that like don't participate in Legio activity.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all
So
made up as they go, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, because like nothing in the Imperial Knight Codex really suggests that the Imperial Knights owe their allegiance to Legios. But obviously, it's some Imperial Knights are like fully in the whims of the Mechanicum. So maybe that's those type of knights kind of fall into like a Legio.
Yep.
I don't know. It's kind of weird because the concept of knights was like during the long dark, the great night. What was it called?
Oh fuck.
This is the dark night something.
It's not the Dark
The
Knight.
the
It's fucking
long the long sleep.
Oh my god, why am I spacing this too?
The Great Quiet.
Fuck. What is
Anyway,
it called? Yeah.
I don't know. But they were a lot of the reasons planets didn't get invaded by aliens is because the knights were holding them at bay. Um, so the nightly houses like existed on planets without Titan legios. So I don't know. Knight loyalty is kind of interesting. And then you have Dashiel, who's Hanto's servant. So Dashiel so far is kind of interesting character to me as I'm reading through this because he's like a squire to this guy. He's a squire to Baravi, but he's like a shit squire.
Yeah.
Do you remember this part? Like he's just bad at his job.
Yeah, he gets fucking yelled at. It's hilarious.
And the Baron's like, I don't really have time for any of this stuff.
Yeah, he's like just being really fucking slow. And he's like, holy fuck, just give me the goddamn helmet. Get me the fucking pistol. Like, I have shit to do.
Exactly.
And like, there's like other like Magos, whatever the hell. They're just like making fun of him. It's like, man, fuck those guys.
All right. Here we go. The Imperial Huntresses. Malfor Chrysofane. I think this guy is the
Vox Omni.
Mechanicum. He's the Vox Omni Machina.
Obviously.
Isn't like Vox Machina is like the god of the machine, right? That's what that's supposed to mean in like Latin.
Maybe.
Conceptually. Yeah. We learned that in a comic book class.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out the fucking time period thing.
You're obsessed with this.
It's one of those things where it's like I should just know this answer.
Okay, and then we have so I'm just gonna skip a few people here because I don't know a lot of these. We have Mohana Moncada Vi. So this girl is called the Great Mother. So she's the girl in the prologue. So essentially she started the Titan Legio. And in the prologue, she's like a young woman. And in the rest of the book, she's like on her deathbed old. Like
Yeah, she's old AF.
Couple 100 years old. And she's like being preserved in like by the fluid in the Titan's head. Like that's where she lives.
Yeah.
So like she essentially is the Titan.
Were we talking about the age of technology?
Dark Age of Technology. It's that sounds right. I don't know. I feel like that is a thing.
Yes.
It's called
the Age of Strife.
The Age of Strife. That's it. The Age of Strife. There we are. Oh,
that was too
now
painful.
you can focus back on the book.
Yeah. Titandeath sucks.
Then we get Esha Ani Mohana. Okay, so this is Mohana Makati Vi's granddaughter. Who her mother is, I honestly don't fucking know. It talks about her mother being there, but I don't know.
It's the fucking names are so ridiculous. I'm not even kidding. Like there's a scene when it talks with the people like walking into the Titan and it goes Jahan, Ohana, Jahan, Daha. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Are these real?
It's Esha Mohana. The rest of the names I don't know. We'll name them off because this is exactly what they do in the book. You got Vanina Bowl. Vanina Bowl. That's like that sounds like Ivana gets some. Vanina Bowl. You got Odani Jahan. Nefa Nin.
The next one's my favorite.
Yaha Yaha.
Guy Haley sitting there was like, where's that random word generator?
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, look, like I'm all for crazy names, but not every character can have a crazy name. Like you're
Or
kind of
Steve. Just give me a Steve.
if Steve was in here, you would remember Steve because every other name is crazy.
Yeah, I'd be the only character I remembered.
Then you have Mafani Ohana. Okay, so listen to that. Okay, Mafani Ohana. Okay,
We got
is a
Mafani,
character.
Opani, and Vanina.
We have Mafani Ohana, but then we also have Mohana Mankati Vai and Esha'ani Mohana. Those are three different characters.
How the fuck are we supposed to remember any of these names, but they all sound exactly the fucking
And
same?
a lot of times, like they'll refer to them as like the Precept Majoris. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Who was the Precept Majoris? Oh, that's Esha'ani Mohana.
Yeah, or it'll go by last name. Like, well, there's like 5 Jahans.
Well, there's an Ohana and there's a Mohana, but then there's also a Mohana Mankati. So much. Yeah, and then you have the next character is Jeffanir Jahan. So you have Odani Jahan, Odani Jahan, and a Mafani Ohana, but you also have a Jeffanir Jahan.
Don't worry. We get a nice fresher breath there with the next name.
Yeah, this one's good.
Next up,
Omega
6.
I feel like we're in that Key and Peele skit where they're doing the names of the football players.
Aaron? Is there an Aaron here?
Remember when they did the football player introductions?
Yeah.
At the end, it's just Don Taylor, Omega 6. So that's a multivitamin. That's not a multivitamin. That's a singular vitamin. Make sure you take
with
enough
6 omegas.
Omega 6, your Mal4s and your Omega 6s.
Yeah, he's the another Magos.
All right, are you ready?
Oh,
Here we go again. So over this, we're not repeating names, guys. This is like we're going down the line. Saranti Daha. All right, this one's great. Jahani Jahan. Okay, so we have a Odani Jahan, a Jafanir Jahan, and a Jahani Jahan, and a Mofani Ohana, a Fanani Bowl.
Don't forget the yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Oh my gosh. What is
Omega
this?
6.
What is this? Okay. Here we go. I didn't read through all this. This is the first time I'm reading through all these because
It's because when you're reading the book, you think you're reading the same character, but it's actually 4 different characters, and you're just like, wait a minute.
I remember like flipping through this and I was like, no fucking way. And I just didn't read them. It was like I skimmed through like looking for characters that I knew. It was like, no, you know none of these characters. So I'm like, oh, cool. Here we go.
Thank God I have this book to away from the siege.
Yulia Demansani. Nintandi Fall.
You skipped one.
Oh, Afari Mendiv. So we have we have an Ofari and Odani. Okay. Callus Nin. We have a Nepha Nin and a Callus Nin. Perontius, fine. Toza Mendev. Okay, this is Toza Mindev, not to be mistaken with Ophira Mendev Mendev.
Oh fuck yeah! Thank God there's a distinction.
Wow, I almost mixed those characters up. Thank you. Holy shit. All right, you're gonna love this next one. Abani, loose, Mohana.
Not enough Mohanas, if you ask me.
There's 3 Mohanas.
Not enough Mohanas.
There's 2 of them whose last names are both Mohanas, and one of them whose first name is a Mohana, and then you have an Ohana. Why? Okay. Next page. 2 full pages. Been through half of the names. All right, here we go. Oh my god. Durana Fall. Now, this is the exact same spelling as Natandi Fall, so they're probably related, which is great.
I'm assuming they're all of these characters are all related.
Yeah, probably. Akali Netra.
That's a new name.
That's a new one. Hana Galia. So not Mohana, not Ohana, Tana, which is fine. Osha Mur. Oshamer. Oshamer. Oshamer.
God damn it.
Kinza Rit.
Kanza, maybe?
Kanza. Kazarit. I feel like they're trying to say a word with a lot of these names. Like there's a word.
We're getting close to names we know.
They're saying words, but they're like broken up into names.
Yeah, like
they're
trying
like
to
kind of close. Like, have you ever had that game? What's that game where like you have to say, like you have a card and you read the syllables as you read them out loud? It sounds like another word that you have to guess. Idea. Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. I'm not a huge fan of it, but that's what it feels like I'm playing right now. Like if I just kept going, Oshamer, 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 Oshamer.
Wait, is that the game we might have gotten you? It was like the caveman game.
No, that one's different.
Okay, it seems like it'd be pretty similar.
I don't know what it is. I've played it. Like, yeah, you get something like this, Oshamer. You have to keep like saying it over and over again. Eventually, like your head clicks, oh, they're trying to say this word. That's what this is. Kanza Rit and Goffrey Neri. So that is all the people from Legio Solaria. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Those are people fucking their cousins.
That's the entire cast of Lord of the Rings. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, and it's worse like reading it because it's just like everyone just blends together. There's not a whole lot of personalities happening.
Then you have a Legio Titanicus. That's a game.
It is a game.
Defensor.
Book did.
Wow. That's genius, though.
Genius.
If we ever made a game, we should release a book.
You know, a book would have made sense being the last book.
The last one. Herald's of Siege. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with Buried Dagger, maybe, depending on how it goes, being the last one, but like,
maybe, but at least like Heralds of the Siege, we had 2 stories that was like Horus has arrived.
Yeah.
And now we have Beta Game is under attack. Like, oh well, we already know what happens here.
This person's name is Gilla May Theory.
Don't want to be confused with Gilliman.
Not Gilliman. Gilla May. So we're getting into like Digimon stuff. No, it's Gilla May. All right. That's the evolution. When
from Gilliman to Gilliman.
When Gilliman evolves, this is Pokemon now, we're not doing Digiballs, but Gilliman evolves.
Digiballs.
you get Pokemon, or you get Gilliman. Okay, then you have the Vasandian Heavy Infantry. Bolivar. I like that name. I feel like that was stolen though. Where is Bolivar? Is that like a World of Warcraft name?
Maybe.
Bolivar.
It's at least different than Ball.
I don't see it.
And Ohana.
It's not. It's not. It's like there's like a. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Vanis. I don't know who any of these people are.
I also don't know them.
Like we're like 33% of the way through the book. Like I don't know. Atan Bach, Suruk Reming.
Hey, next is
Wait a
characters you
minute.
know.
We know these characters. Holy
We know
shit.
these characters. These are
Oh, man.
named.
Sanguinius.
You know that guy.
Valdemorn.
And that one,
Ascalon.
the armless guy.
Jagatai. Khan. Who's that?
Never heard of him, but I bet he's badass.
I bet she's pretty cool. I bet she's got like a cool ass, slightly curved sword.
Yeah. Sometimes they call him Warhawk.
Yeah, that'd be.
He just rides around on a motorcycle.
That does sound pretty tight. When I think of
Bad
hawks,
motherfucker.
I also think of motorcycles.
God damn right. Next we get, oh boy, more Legio.
Oh, all right. Second Legio. These guys, listen. If I had to bet on which Legio was going to win, this would be the Legio.
Because there's less names.
The other Legio is going to be so confused on the comms who they're talking to.
Everyone's just fucking talking.
No, I'm Mahana. No. All right, so we got some people here. Tarrant, Artek, Benef, Durant. Not to be confused with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, very different people.
Different people. They're brothers, though.
Definitely related.
Kevin Durant and Legio Volpa. You've got Malclorin, Faydun, Bavin, Weaselek.
Probably Wesselek.
Weslick?
But I like Weaselek better.
Weaselek it is. That's how I'm going to read it whenever we get to this character in this 400-page book. Who knows? He is Precepts Majoris Maniple 4. So we got to get through the first 3. See if we make it to
Hey
this
man,
line.
there's a 9 and an 18 in here too.
Oh my god. They really fleshed out the whole character.
Number 18, get over here. Oh please, sir. My name is Westlake.
Weasel. Your name's Weasel. Yeah, we're not going to call you that.
Shut the fuck up, Weasel.
This is a whole nother. We're not going to call you that moment. What was the one last week?
Ianus.
Yeah, we're not. No, we're gonna call you Precept Majoris Maniple 4. Okay. All right. So let's jump down to the word bears here. Dark Apostle Vorju Crawl.
That's a new one.
That's why.
So we need
Why?
more.
We have so many Dark Apostles. I mean, fucking Dark Apostle. Legio Astartes are supposed to be like rare to see, you know. How many fucking Dark Apostles you got rolling around?
Apparently the word bearers have a lot.
Artem Protos, Magos First Discipline, Disciple of Soda Null. Okay, that's it. Any characters that you were expecting to see that you don't?
I mean, I'd expect to see Horus.
Yeah,
talking about
where the
Beta
fuck is
Gaming.
Horus?
I would
Wait a
expect
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It gets
Wasn't there a
injured at
whole-
Beta Gaming.
apparently.
And I'm pretty sure we're supposed to see Abaddon in his book too. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to like fight Sanguinius.
What?
I'm pretty sure.
Get the fuck out of here. So I'm very confused about what this book is about. First off, we're like 33% of the way done, about a third of the way. They're not a beta gamma.
I was about to say they haven't even gotten to beta game. We're at beta like Thamin.
Thamin, yeah, we're in like a whole different fucking place. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if they make it to beta gammon. Like it kind of seems like beta Thamin's like what this book is about.
Cool. That's
Could
what
be
I wanted to
wrong.
read about.
So let me get this
I
straight.
didn't even want to read about beta gammon at this
We
point.
had a
But you gave me beta Thamin?
So wait a minute.
Oh, you got the knockoff?
Like they pull up to the wrong fucking oh shit. Guess we'll fight here.
It's like the fucking like knockoff salesman. It's like, no, we have our own beta gaming.
I
But
just
this
want like
same material, way cheaper.
wait. I
Not
just
from
want
child labor.
Titanicus, the game happens on Beta Gammon. So if we want to know, if we want to know about Beta Gammon, we have to go buy Titanicus and read the manual. So I really would love a scene. This would make the entire Horus Heresy. It'd be the best book. It's not going to happen, but I'd love a scene of Sanguinius and Jagatai, Radalorn, and Escalon. The only 4 people in this book that we actually know. Just a scene of them on Beta Gammon. Where is everyone?
What's going on? Like, isn't there like a war?
We had like a bunch of Titan Legios coming, didn't we? Beta famine.
Oh fuck!
Our astropaths really just changed one little. You'd think. Think about this.
Beta. It's like the same like symbol.
You got Beta Gammon and Beta famine. Don't you think if your entire methodology of communication was around interpretation of images in someone's mind,
you might mix it up a little.
You wouldn't name things so close together. You get situations like this. Now we're fighting on Beta famine. Half the people are going to Beta Gammon. We're so confused.
Doran is just sitting like, ah, shit.
Where did you send them? Beta famine? No.
What the fuck would they go to famine?
That's where the other Legios are. What? What?
It's empty. We nuked that place years ago.
And still half of them are showing up to Cal for some reason.
All the Ultramarines.
Did you say Cal? No, I said Beta Gammon Cal. Fuck.
The Lions just fucking lost. This is the way to Nostromo, right?
I've been teleporting all over the place. How'd I get here so fast? Great question.
Very good astropath. Can you tell me where Conrad Kurz is? I cannot find Nostromo.
The Tyranids? Who are they? Oh, yeah. So the book starts off, talks about how the Legio was formed. Really cool story right in the beginning.
Yep.
We will dive into that a little bit more. And then it jumps to the Horus Heresy. The Legio that we follow, Legio Solaris, is loyal. Legio Vulpus are traitors.
Yep.
Legio Solaris is composed entirely of women, and they're on their way to Beta Famine.
Originally on their way to Beta Gamut until they got a word from Dorm like, yo, you should go to Beta Famine.
Which originally the Titan Legions would say, I don't give a fuck where Dorn's going to send me. But if we remember, at this point in time, the Adeptus, the Adeptus Mechanicus has been formed.
Yes. And Fabricator General something Kane.
Yeah, Kane.
I don't remember his first name.
I don't know either. It's Kane. Sacrilege. So now Dorn's words are like, you got to do them. You got to go do this. And they show up in Beta Famine. I do get, there is a moment there where they're like, so who's leading the battle? Well, no one knows. Like, there's no Primarchs here, which is confusing because there should be.
Yeah. Well, they're
They're Beta Gammon. There should be quite a few Primarchs roaming around Beta Gammon. So yeah, some orders got mixed up there. And then so the first problem I encountered with this book when I started reading it is it really does read like an instruction manual.
Yeah, and I do not need descriptions of Titans anymore. Like, they do nothing for me. Like, I don't care that one is shooting their fucking volcano gun and the other one is shooting 5 billion bolters out of its asshole. Like, I do not care anymore.
I don't want to know
Please
about that
just
one.
say like they are like I don't need step-by-step directions anymore. Just say like a battle happened, so and so won.
It's not even just like the battles. It's like they arrive in system and they go through like complete detail, like extreme detail on how a Titan's fleet is organized.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
Don't
Like
care.
it's like 8 pages of like fleet formations of Titan fleets.
Yeah. Does this matter in the siege? Probably not, because guess what? They're on fucking Terra. So I'm imagining all these Titans are going to be on the fucking ground because we know we don't nuke planets.
Yeah. And then
From
you
the sky.
have, yeah, we don't do that. That's
No, we
anti.
don't. Why would we use our space guns when we can go down and use our handguns?
Yeah. Our handguns or our hand and knives.
Yeah, or we have knives, we have some swords. Some
We'll
of us
beat
have
the shit
hammers.
out of that Titan. I'd love to just. Oh, that's such like a Warhammer thing. I would love to see like. You ever watch The Other Guys
Yeah.
with Mark Wahlberg and Will
Yep.
Ferrell, and you just get like that moment in the beginning with Dwayne the Rock Johnson
I'm gonna
and
jump off the fucking building aiming for the bushes.
yeah, aim for the bushes and jump off the fucking building. I'd love to see at some point in the siege, just like 6 men with a hammer, and the citadels get attacked by a Titan. He's like, I'm gonna go fucking kill that Titan. And just starts running towards it with a
Gets
hammer.
stepped on.
Everyone's looking at him, what the fuck? But of course, in Warhammer, like that doesn't work. Like
Then
in
you absorb the
Warhammer,
blow.
in Warhammer, 6 men absorbs the step on blow and then demolishes that Titan with
He
his hammer.
throws the Titan. Just
The
picks it up and throws it. Smashes it with his little hammer.
Oh jeez.
Yeah,
So
I don't understand scale anymore.
they also have there's a moment when we were talking about like the Mechanicus was created and the chain of command is off, right? At one point, this was so frustrating. There's an entire chapter where let me pull up. It's one of the Mohanas, Esha Mohana. Esha Mohana is discussing with like the mechanic in person, like you changed our route without telling the mother, like you're out of line, like you're overstepping your boundaries. Like tell me everything about this order. And then the guy tells her everything about the order.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we're gonna go to this because Dorn's in charge because the Adeptus Mechanicus was created. Great. Next chapter is from the point of view
Oh, the mother.
of the mother, which is Mohana Mankata Vai in the Titan. Wakes up. Why did we change directions? Oh, well, that guy's definitely going against protocol. Tell me everything about the directions. The Adeptus Mechanicus, you say. Like literally the exact same information in the 2 chapters back to back. Like nothing really progressed whatsoever. And they just go into so much detail and repeat things. And this book is so big for no reason.
Yep. Agreed. It's one of those things where it's too much detail and like I don't know what it is like when it comes to like Titan stuff, like people feel like they have to go into like such deep detail. Like they don't do that as much in some space battles. We have the greatest space battle of all time. Great.
That was the line.
Can
And
I
you
have
know
the
what?
greatest Titan battle of all time and continue this fucking get on to the next book, please?
It was the greatest Titan battle of all time. Oh, that's good enough for me. Say
Make it
no
a graphic
more.
novel if you want. I don't
Make it a
fucking
graphic
want to
novel.
read it though.
It should have been a graphic novel, damn it. And you could just show us how the fleets are organized.
Honestly, it would save about 200 pages.
Yeah. If you think about it, what I feel like happened was they went to Guy Haley and they said, we want a book to promote Titanicus to be released out of order and it has to be exclusively about Titans, and no characters in the Horus Heresy can be used.
Also, we need like Beta Gammon in here, but don't actually fight on Beta Gammon because we don't want to fight at Beta Gammon.
We want that for the game.
It's just like, oh, okay.
You want me to write a book?
A Beta Thaman?
Genius. Give this man a raise. He wants a book of Titan battles, but Guy Haley is like, Titan battles suck to write and they suck to read. So here's 10 pages on Titan fleet formations, and here's 20 pages on people disobeying orders. And here's just a bunch of fluff because I really don't actually want to write a whole novel about Titan battles.
And we get both of those.
We get all of it. We get all of it. So
I
don't
like
know.
I did the audio. I did part of the audiobook today because having a newborn, reading's not as easy as I thought it would be. And as I was listening to it, there's like literally 2 chapters of a battle, and I don't know what the fuck happened. I know one shot volcano guns and one shot other guns, maybe las guns. And I was just like, all right, cool.
Oh no.
Is this chapter still going? Okay. 2.5
There's
speed now.
2.5 speed.
I have it at 1.2 right now, and like maybe that's too slow still.
That's pretty smart. There's one chapter that I've read so far where there's like this blew my mind. I was like, what the fuck am I reading? There's Imperial Knights on the hull of a spaceship shooting at ships.
Yeah, I know.
Dropping off mechanical forces on the hull of a spaceship.
Yeah.
So they can infiltrate the ship.
Yeah, I don't get it. So
why?
Also, we haven't even talked about this. For those that like are just jumping in the heresy and you decide to pick up Titandeath, first off, Beta Gaming's bullshit at this point. I'm pretty sure it's propaganda like Calth.
Beta Gammon doesn't even exist. We've never been to Beta Gammon. We've never seen Beta Gammon. We just keep hearing about Beta Gammon.
And we know we lost Beta Gammon. Apparently.
We haven't even gotten a short story about Beta Gammon, have we?
No. Well, I mean, you have the Raven Guard, Raven Guard Imperial Guard guy
on Beta Gammon. Yeah.
Beta Gammon. So they definitely get the Beta Gammon.
We can confirm there was a 10-page short story written
on Boots Beta on the Gammon. Ground.
Who was there was a short story about an Iron Warrior that takes over a Titan, but I'm pretty sure that was a Talarn.
Yeah, it was Talarn. And we never saw him again. He just took over a fucking Titan.
Doesn't matter. So, yeah. I am going to struggle to finish this one, I think. I think this is going to be a really hard one to finish.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, I'm clearly not doing enough reading. And maybe if I like put on an audiobook, like I'll listen to it better. No. As soon as like a Titan battle starts, my brain just stops. I'm just like, oh, I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care about like these characters' dramas right now. Like really, the prologue was really cool.
You're not, wait a minute. You're not worried? You're not worried that Darhani Fall might die?
No, I care more about the other Fall. I don't know their first name, but I'm sure I know there's
another Fall. There is another Fall. You're right. Oh my gosh. Look, like as I said, as I've been saying previously, like I really do feel as if a lot of these books, especially towards the tail end, even some in the beginning, or I wouldn't say the beginning, middle and tail end of the Horus Heresy, I would say are really written just to be thematic books about certain subjects or certain legions. And it doesn't make a lot of sense in the entire all-encompassing story where they're at or the impact that they're having. So that's
Yeah,
obviously
honestly, like
100% Titandeath.
I would be a-okay not even knowing what happened at Beta Gaming, other than that they lost it. Like that's fine with me. Like I don't need a book
No,
explaining it if there's no real character death there.
there's no Beta Gammon.
It has to get the Beta Gaming, right? Like near the end, it has to be there.
We'll see. I'm looking at this. I don't know.
They have to, we have to see Beta Gaming in this book. There's no fucking way.
So you do get to Beta Gammon 3. Is that Beta Gammon?
I don't know.
I think it's I think we do get to Beta Gammon about halfway through the number.
But even then, like it's one of those things where like if they just said like Beta Gaming was lost and Horus is here, like that is a-okay with me. I don't, although we know from Slaves of Darkness that they win at Beta Gaming and they fuck off.
Oh
You go to
no,
Olenor.
I'm at chapter 20 here. And the title of chapter 20 is Disaster at Theta Gammon.
Oh no.
Why?
This book's
Oh
just
no.
unnecessary.
Why? I don't think anyone is disputing that. Now, listen. If you believe, if you're a viewer or a listener and you've enjoyed Titandeath, that's great. Like that's awesome. I
But
think
you're fucking wrong.
I think if there is definitely an audience out there for people that just love to read about Titan battles. I think things like Titan battles, space battles, they're just better visually than they are being written about. And even like just combat in general, it's very, very difficult to write intriguing combat in words.
I think there's only been one really badass space scene in the Horus Heresy. Can you think of it?
I feel like there's been a couple. The one that happened in Path to Heaven was really good. But the Khan like whips it around. There was one that was really badass. Was it Guns on the Outside, baby?
That was not badass. What do you
That
mean?
was
That was
so
ridiculous.
badass.
No,
That
you
was
should
awesome.
you should know this one. It's a book that a lot of people hate, but you really like. Actually, we both really liked it. It's very early on.
Oh, you're talking about why am I blanking on the name of it?
Motep, motherfucker.
Yeah, what is the name of
walking through Battle of the Abyss and
Battle for the Abyss. Like that was a great space battle.
yeah.
And they did it so geniusly because like Motep, it's like Motep's literally walking through a destroyed ship. You're in the space battle, like that was by and far the most intriguing space battle I've watched.
Yeah, you have
like
the bodies floating around. He's just like executing people. He's like putting
people are getting
misery.
pushed into the warp. Like one ship goes into the warp during the space battle without a Geller field, and it's describing everything they're seeing. Like fucking crazy. It was so good. Like
that was really cool.
Like what people don't want to hear about is like explosions shooting across different ships. Like, how about we have a survivor on a ship that's still under attack, walking through the remains of it? Like, fucking awesome. Really good. Well done.
It's just different. And
the trick to good combat in general, 100%, is to abstract from the actual combat.
Yeah. Less detail, the better.
Yeah, do like something near the combat.
Fucking was it Ruin Storm where they just like kept saying the fucking name of like Sanguinius' weapons every time he swung them? I was just like, Jesus Christ, fucking stop.
What is a spear? It was a spear of what? What was it?
I don't know. It's like it's not the spear of Talos, but it's something similar to that.
Oh, like I'm like, what are they trying to do? Sell his model?
What is this spear I've never heard of? But don't forget also his sword, because he carries both of them at all times.
Don't forget his sword. The
and then you'll be surprised by the dick.
Telesto.
Yes,
Spear of Telesto. We're gonna get a short story about that at some point.
God, I hope so. I'm
How
sure the Emperor
synchronous.
handcrafted it.
For a reason, for a
Yeah.
purpose. I wouldn't, if the Emperor handed me a weapon ever, I'd be like, fuck off.
What does that do?
I am not touching that weapon. This is a cautionary tale, everyone. If some mysterious man ever hands you a weapon, run.
Look, if this doesn't make my dick bigger, I don't want it.
It's
If
a
it
no from
does,
me,
I'll take
unless, and there's his one exception.
it. It's a very rare occasion, but I need to know if it's possible.
But this will damn your soul as well. That's okay.
Look, there's other problems I have to worry about. I'm trying to please a woman, sir.
Jesus Christ.
Look, I had to make this book interesting somehow. And it's about dicks. Dicks on the outside, baby.
No, dicks are on the inside.
Why what if I wanted on the outside now?
Dylan's like, that's the problem.
We need them out. Quit growing guns and just grow dicks.
God, it's a whole different chaos, God.
Only one crime arc will be showing up then. And you can probably deal with it.
Oh man.
Or Rabo sees that and he's like, nah, I'm not messing with this.
What was it? We need more butt plugs for the walls.
Quick, butt plug bullets. Where are the butt plug bullets?
Where are the butt plug bullets? It's the only way to kill the Emperor's children. They impale themselves.
It's science.
Dorns on the wall. We need more butt plug. Okay. Well,
yeah, we have Railroad. This is Titandeath. We'll be reviewing this next week. I'm sure we will be in such higher spirits. This book will change lives.
Yes.
I'm sure of it. Beta Gamma, Beta Famine, Beta Alpha.
So
I don't know.
Beta Alpha. Beta Alpha. Beta.
We'll get to a beta that we'll enjoy, maybe. I don't know. Or we'll just hate the whole thing. I don't know. Find out next week. As always, hit us up on our Discord. Find that pinned to our Twitter at Heresy Lodge. Email us at theheresylodge@gmail.com. Check out our merch. Gavin is sporting that right now on his sweatshirt. We have tips enabled on Twitter if you feel like contributing to the podcast. We do take, if you want to send us beer, let us know. If there's enough people that do it, I'm looking at getting a P.O. box. That would make sense instead of sending things to my dad's house. I don't care if you guys dox my dad, just don't dox me. My dad's gonna be like, Dylan, why is there a bunch of dildos at my house? And why are they all
Dad,
addressed to you?
You tell me. I'm like, that's an easy conversation with your dad. You just be like, oh, that was actually Gavin's order.
It's just Lodge Master Dylan and Gavin. Don't ask questions, Dad. I know it's double-sided. That's for a purpose.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Check it out, Panther or discord.gg/Panther. You guys have a good weekend. And any football fans, hopefully your team has a good draft. Go Steelers. Go whoever the fuck Gavin cares about.
It's whoever's good, right?
Have a good one, guys.